Hey family, this is Balance. I'm here to share my experience, my strength, and my hope. I'm going to give thanks first to the ancestors, my ancestors. So, tighten up. This is going to be a good one, okay? Um, Many are called, but a few are chosen. All right. When I was 18 years old, well, actually, when I was 14, I moved up to the location where I'm at now. I like to get into the cities, okay? But I moved up to this area, stayed with relatives. But anyway, long story short is that time of 14, when I turned the age of 14, I was strung out on drugs, sleeping in hallways, just destructive behavior. Dropped out of school in ninth grade. Just, running the streets, getting high, running from city to city. And so that was my story, running, drugging, this brother, that brother, okay? But when I'm with one brother, okay? So I'm running the streets and stuff. So 18 years old, I found out I'm pregnant, I found out I was pregnant when I was going into my, fourth month? So going into my second trimester. And I found out I had gonorrhea, bad, so I was seeking the care, under the health professionals, and that's my second trimester. And so they was giving me the encouragement that I should have an abortion, and, you know, um, I should be having an abortion. And so I was considering that because, as they said, the baby could come out with mentally challenged, mentally retarded. At that point, they used that language. Blind, because that's the results from destructive behavior, getting high, not taking care of myself. The brother wasn't telling the truth. Come to find out, he running. Another story. Let me stay focused. Okay, so here I am, you know, um, 18, giving the doctors giving me advice, health, advice. And so it was my choice, though. You know what I'm saying? So I had an abortion at my second trimester, the 6 month, you know, um, and it like bothered me through all the years, just weighed on my heart. You know what I'm saying? And now and then, a lot of now and then, I will go into the emotions, the feelings, the guilt, carrying the weight, which is actually the spirit of the child, which was a boy. um, and so up to I always have up till maybe last year, okay, in November. So there's a certain energy, a God energy. I'm not going to go into the gods because I'm not giving them no more of my energy no more. So I might make reference to the energy, but like the planets, but no, because I'm a God myself. Okay. Like I said, many are called, but a few are chosen. Okay. So here I am, November, dealing with the energy, the guilt, the shame. Make amends with the energy. You know what I'm saying? The spirit. When you get into the spirit world, you can make amends. But I had a choice, something that I needed to do to balance it. You know, was given, make amends, atoned. Finally, after years trying, and so here I am, make amends and stuff. And so that November, the following month, that October, who I run into, the brother who I was pregnant by and did crazy after 35 something years. He didn't really see me on the, because I ride the public transportation. I love to go through the cities and, you know, um, just in general. So I sees him. So anyway, he gets in touch with people and whatever the following month, which was October, and we talk and stuff. So we made amends for some stuff. He apologized. He didn't know. He say, come on, that's another story. Let me stay focused. Okay, because it's about me sharing that a choice that I made, that I had to live with the weight of it. You know what I'm saying? The guilt, the shame of it, being an addict, making a decision, and then finding out, really thinking about some stuff when Trump started talking about doing away with the abortions, and women felt and young girls felt like they was taking their rights, and which is not true, because I come to find out over the years, and even him speaking about it. See, when Trump names me, like the final call says to Trump, when we say to Trump, that's the final call. So he's going to talk about some stuff that's going to global elite, but doesn't mean he off the, he's all good. I'm not saying to stay in balance, stay in the middle. So here I am. He was talking about doing away with the women's choice of having abortions, and which should be women, what young girls and women don't really understand of that. That equator was that parent Planned Parenthood is a part of melon, extracting the fetus when, the sac, when the baby gives birth, they take the fetus, they take the of the aborted, and the sac, that the baby comes out of, and they sell it because of the melon. The melon is so melanated, people. We are so powerful. Like the darker you are in that melon, it's the God frequency. You know what I'm saying? Only we can get up in that reality. Anything from closing our eyes and just our melon, but you got some of us that's donating our melon, and you can look. I think it's like almost 400 or 500 a pop, a grand, just for melon. Look it up on Google and Wall Street. So they selling the melon, they eating the melon. These people ain't human. If they were, they wouldn't be putting chemtrails in the sky, and it's cold, it's freezing, it's cold like a cave. But I wanted to talk about how the young women and the women and the mothers got to get that weight off, that guilt, that shame of not knowing, making decisions like I did, being 18. My mother died when I was 6. Really, everybody around me drugging it, destructive, just pattern of destruction, So, like I said, Planned Parenthood, and their agenda, the global elites, the wickedness in high places. They, killed the children, encouraged abortions, missing black women, young girls, over 64,000 missing women, young girls in America alone. Okay, want melon, also I wanted to actually give, some hope, because hope is the only emotion power, more powerful than fear. And the hope is anybody can outweigh their karma. That movie Redemption, when Jamie Foxx was in, watch that. That is a powerful movie with the brother who started the Bloods and the Crips, and how he was in prison, and how, in Africa, how we outweigh our karma. We shouldn't be stuck with that weight of making a decision when you're ignorant. That's when I was my sleep, deaf, dumb, and blind times in my life, when I was running the streets, drugging it, being destructive, deaf, dumb, and blind, being used as a tool, you know what I'm saying, but drugging it, being hard-headed, manipulative, running the streets, getting high, you know what I'm saying, just being just rebellious. That's what I was, you know what I'm saying, just trying to fill that void, and making that decision, and having that guilt, and then meeting the brother after 35 years. So when I told him, he was like, what? Out. So I know what single mothers felt like, at that moment. But I had, hats off to single mothers, because me, like, really, like, I could have, I was drugging it, running it, life unstable, you know what I'm saying? That was the time my aunt, who, my aunt Evelina told my dad that I was on drugs and I had an abortion. I was 6 months. That was the first time in my life my dad came off on me like, what? He was straight up, what? I was like, no. But I understood what he said, but I didn't tell people that I had gonorrhea because I was embarrassed of my behavior, laying up, not taking care of myself, drugging it, running. I had gonorrhea bad. About it going into my, what, second trimester, or was 6 months. Yeah, second trimester was almost up, and it was just like, I was just like, oh my God. And my sisters know, but I couldn't tell like relatives and stuff why and stuff, and the guilt, the shame and stuff. But you know what? You don't have to walk that path no more. Tell people. And when Trump talk about getting rid of that, the choice of abortion, you should get rid of it, because they had a plan all along and we don't know. And maybe they made all this up, and me having gonorrhea, and I'm finding out, because it could have been all, it is all related to nutrition and health. And but I didn't know that, and a lot of the adolescents don't know that. So I'm making this video to help the adolescents to know, to look further into it, involve some adults in your family, tell the truth, don't be ashamed of your behavior, why you're destructive, why you making the decisions you do, and you never know, but I wanted to just share that and let people know that the results of it is you can outweigh your karma. I didn't have to weigh that, weight on my heart. I didn't know how to make amends. You have to make amends. You have to atone, reconcile, and I did with the brother. He apologized. We reconciling, and we just, building on that reality, something we share, because every relationship should be taking you somewhere, and it's about growth. So this is balance. No one told you they love you today. I love you. Ashe.